Hey all, it's Denise, and I'm in my studio, my very messy studio, getting ready for my solo show in the middle of January. What was I thinking? And I wanted to pop in and take a little coffee break and say hi and wish you a really happy New Year, and throw in a continuation of the videos I've been sharing with you, the series I've been sharing with you that have Venetian plaster and a little bit of everything. So this week I want to show you a couple tricks and adding text in and how I like to make that happen. So take a look, enjoy, have a fantastic New Year's, and I will see you next week. Bye. I'm going to take a little bit of alcohol, just regular alcohol, drop some of that on here, create some cool little effects. Let that set up for a minute. I think I wiped out most of my spots over here. But not over here. I love these. Maybe even drip some down and see if it drips. Yeah, I like the look of this. I like the look of this. It's different than the other ones. Definitely has got a lot of darkness going to it. So I'll have a couple pieces that aren't quite so light, but you can see, hopefully, let me move some things out of the way. You can see the pieces that I have going. Really nice starts for my next steps. So there's 5 pieces that I did pretty quickly. And I'm going to let those dry, and then we'll come up to the next. The next thing I like to do, and I'm going to do on all of the boards, is add a little bit of text. Whether it be text that's on printed paper or text that I put on with a stencil. I like to add a little bit of text, and it doesn't really matter so much what it says, because we may be going, we probably will be going over it, so you're not going to really read what it says. It's more of the design element that I like in there. So let's just take this guy. I like that. This one gets glued on. Ooh, but maybe I don't want to lose that little bit right there. Turn it that way. Let's see where it's going to look best. I don't mind it like that. Let's put it there. It's probably smart to kind of play with it before you put your medium down. Do I want it there? And again, it's going to be covered up with something else. Here, if I put it like this, it's going to be covered up with either paint or more plaster. Haven't decided yet. But I get to keep this. I'll lose part of this, and if you want, you can put some medium on that and wrap it right around to the other side. And just like with any of our other papers, we're going to want to make sure that that's laying down nice and tight. And along with this, with the text I'm putting down, I think I'm going to take the opportunity to also lay down a couple specialty papers. I like that. I like that right there. And this is a thicker paper, so I'm going to need to use my gel medium to lay that down. And I want to keep that little piece of texture showing. And design-wise, while I'm looking at that black, I think I'd like to add some of this tree paper that I made right down here. And crazily enough, I'm going to pull it right that way because I want that little coffee cup to show. What about that little coffee cup? Can't have it all. No, I can have it all. I get to make it up however I want it. So there's a good layout so far. More to come on this one. Now, what should we do with this one? This one, I'm really liking the feel of this. I don't really want to do a lot with it. If I do any text, how about this? This is from Arts and Culture from the San Diego Union, and that could be really good. Let's see, do I have my ruler? I'm going to keep this one pretty simple because I already like the design on it. Already really liking it. Line that up. Lay that down. Oops. I'm going to wrap that around. Now, newsprint's a little tricky to lay down. You got to be really careful that you don't rip it. I like that. I really like this, but it might be too predictable because the color looks so pretty with it. Yikes. You know what I think I'm going to go with? I like that a lot. And then when I'm finished with the piece, where's that other? Oh no, I think this was the one I liked a lot. Maybe too colorful. I could a couple other white pieces. Kind of like that. I think I'm going with that. Because once I add a piece of rust in there, that's going to be really, really pretty. But I'm not going to put on this piece yet. I'm going to wait to the very end to add that one in. I'm debating because there's a lot of stuff here I'm really liking that I don't want to give up. But I'm giving it up because you can't keep everything and everything cannot be important. Make sure my paper's down. And this is just to follow that across, to repeat that white so I don't end up with that, just that one piece of white there. A little sticky there. Okay, and when I come back, one of my final pieces is going to be to add this, but I want to do a couple other things before I get to that point. So I'm going to set this one aside and come back to it.